You read the title right. I bought a beautiful house. And here's my private hangar. Here's Ethan. This is Josh. And say hello to Susan. Um, and my beautiful, beautiful um, beaver over there. And I am now a official house owner. It feels great. We're in Microsoft Flight Sim. Yes, you're not dreaming. This is real. Um, but yeah, we'll go ahead and go inside my ridiculous villa. Um, I like that picture. I bought that in 2007. And I've sort of decked out this place in plants. You wouldn't believe how difficult it is to keep up with these plants. I'll tell you what, that's a full-time job. Don't say a freaking word. Just back out slowly and run. Just kidding. But we're inside a beautiful mod that I glossed over forever. By the way, we've got our own private strip here. Um, this is a wonderful mod, and I will pull up the info here, called Houses 2024. You may have seen it in flightsim.to, and I glossed right over it. Sorry. When it came out, I didn't care to look into it or read all about it because there's a lot here. I'm like, well, whatever. If it's not a plane, if it's not like a program or something to do with performance, I don't know. I usually, there's too many things going on. But this unbelievable add-on gives you, and let me just tell you the price right off the bat. Or let me tell you this. You get 6 villas, just like the one I showed you. That was the first one in Raccoon Island in Miami. You've got one at St. Barts, which is super cool as well. All of them are done in the quality that the one I just showed you is. I'll go over a couple today, but I'm going to have to do more in different videos. But then you've got apartments like the Skyscraper in the in downtown Miami, Hong Kong skyscraper apartment, like all this stuff. It's an insane amount of things. He just had an update yesterday, and he added a new villa, another new villa, another new villa. He's just added those into the update of the one thing you bought. So how much is this, do you think it would be? Because I've already got it here. He gave it to me for free, mind you, by the way. That's his form of quote-unquote payment. I actually reached out to him because I wanted to make a video on this. So he didn't really give it to me. I asked for it, and he obliged. But $12.49, this will set you back. So I don't know about you, but that's insane to me. $12.49 is what this costs. Alright, we're at my second house here because I'm a rich, totally rich, super cool dude that has like a bunch of money and a bunch of women that like me and think I'm super cool. But they like me for my personality, not my money. As you can see, we're at St. Barts. That's right, I've got a private villa on the end of St. Barts. And my stick drift is... Oh, my controller died. Hold on. Let me go get more batteries for my controller. I like that when your controller dies, it continues you in the path that you were walking beforehand. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I got control of my legs now. But St. Barts. I've got a private house at St. Barts, and it's a different model than the one we just saw. This is number 2 of 6. Oh my goodness. The time and effort put into this. And this is just a cool looking house in general. But for $12, you can just have all these houses. And then on top of that, the update that added new houses. Every other dev, and I'm glad I messaged this person. I'm sorry I don't know his name. I believe his name is, I was just talking to sort of Project Coastline, so we'll call him Mr. Coastline. Any other dev in the entire world would have made a separate add-on for these new, all these updates and charge more for that, which I couldn't blame them for, We got a little glass side pool here. What happens if we try to hop in? Look at that. We're swimming. I love it. Oh, I forgot I have a boat. Let's go. I have so many things that I just forget that I have these. I'm so rich that I forget these exist. I don't know if we can go out there. I don't see why not. Um, but first of all, just having a dock. I've got the Cessna, the 185. In the future, I'm gonna pull it up here, hop out, jump on the boat, stuff like that. It's silly, but it's cool. I love things like this. And what I was saying when I messaged him and just kind of said like, you're one of the few people I see utilizing what 2024 could, what potential 2024 has. Let's go upstairs. Oh, we can't go upstairs. That's okay. But that is the ability to walk around is being overlooked by every dev, and I don't blame them. I mean, it's a flight sim, but you have the ability to just walk around. How insane is that? Why not make unbelievably ridiculous add-ons like a boat, insane Barts house, all this cool stuff that you can do now because we can walk around. I can have a house in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. We can have international airports that you walk around. You can walk to your gate. You can do all this stuff. It's silly, obviously. It's, what's the word I'm looking for? It's I don't want to say gimmick. It's a novelty, I suppose. But I'm all about it. I love that. I want more of that forever. But that being said, let's take off here. I can't remember where. I thought this didn't have backlit like a panel for the longest time until I figured out it was right there. So if you're also under the assumption that doesn't have it, it does. You just gotta find it. Get a pitot heat on here. Turn these lights down. But I will say the one downside, the one gripe that I could possibly have with this add-on is it's heavier hitting. Hold on, let me hit enter. It's a little heavy hitting, but it's not heavier hitting than an international airport. Like, if you have any add-on that's like an airport, blah 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 international, blah 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 this, it's much less heavy hitting than that. But it's not going to be the performance of like a grass strip. That's the only thing I could think to say, wrong about it. Again, it's $12.50. I started making this video a second ago, and I stopped it, and I was like, let me redo it, because I didn't know the price, because where it showed me downloading it, it didn't show the price, because I already had it. Yeah, anyway. So I Googled it, and I was like, what? $12? That's insane. I'm very happy that he sent this out to me, and again, this isn't a situation that he came to me and was like, make a video on with your 800 something subscribers, I don't really get those opportunities, but what I do get is people that throw me a bone when I reach out because I think they have something so cool, i.e. Nick over at Flight Effects with the Piaggio. Dream airplane they did a great job with, and I love that plane. The Live to Air with their CJ3, which I'm still going to do a video on soon. And this guy over at Project Coastline. They're doing your boy Budget Flight Sim a real favor here. But it's all products I know are going to be good, or I know are good, and I know is going to be so interesting to see. I mean, look at that. Buy a house that I can walk inside of because it's mine. I'm going to go fly to one of my other 6 houses. That's insane to me, dude. The fact that people don't utilize this more. I mean, even just in videos, like content creators, you'd think would be bananas about this add-on. But sometimes I don't really feel like flying, I just want to walk around. I just want to get me a little cup of coffee. Got a video on my other monitor. Just want to have something there. I can walk around my houses. With a Z. I've got multiple now, thanks to Project Coastline. So that's 2 out of the 6 villas there are, out of all the other ones you could do. I'm going to show you a couple more. I want to go over some of the new ones in the recent update. but I don't have time today to go over all the stuff you get for $12. This is just two random ones that I picked, and you can see what sort of fidelity and how cool they are. By the way, I don't think I've ever gotten a good landing at St. Bart's, so we're going to try that today. I don't know. We'll see. Cool house, nice landing. Let's hope it all works out. Excuse me, that was a guttural burp right there. But man, this is so cool. And when I'm not recording, my FPS is locked at 60, and this is like at 60 something usage on the GPU. So like I said, it can be a little heavy hitting depending on your system. I think he said don't, you know, get it if you have the Xbox Series S, because that can give you some issues, but anything other than that, you're going to be just fine. And you're going to be having a blast. Let's get our little gear down. Aw, so cute. I think the problem with St. Bart's for me is I always lose where the airport is. Wait a second, is that it right there? That is, okay. I'm not familiar with St. Bart's. I've never been here, as I'm sure you can guess. So I always lose where it is. I'm unfamiliar with it. But I'm excited to show you the new update, because when he sent it to me, he was like, I'll send it to you, but don't make a video yet because I'm doing an update. Wait for that. And I was like, okay. And it was so hard not to make a video about ever. He shouldn't have trusted me. He should have waited till after the update. But I pulled through. I kept my word. I tend to get too low on this approach too. So I forget there's a road and all that stuff here. That's so pretty. Dude, it hasn't even been a year yet. And the progress 2024 has made is outrageous. Hate on it all you want. Yes, it's like $100-something bucks, and it wasn't finished. That's ridiculous. But I throw it into a slip. Oh gosh. Is this SOP? I don't know. We're way fast. We're gonna have to plant this thing. How about this? If you botched the landing, just pop on over to your private dock. Once you land. There we go. We'll drift it around kind of like Paul Walker in the movies, not in real life. We'll hop over. Now I can just get in my boat, essentially. Drive up to my other boat. That's insane to me. This is just, I told him this. I'm like, you're scratching the surface at a whole world of 2024 stuff that no one else thinks to scratch. And I think that's insane. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in loving the idea of cool walking stuff. Like somebody put a bunch of time to model. We're coming in hot, buddy. There we go. Somebody put a bunch of time in modeling something just to walk around in. And that's awesome to me. And I love to see that. So let's check out some of the new update stuff. And I guarantee I'm going to love it. So I'll be back with you in a second. We're in Iceland now. We're at one of the new ones. And this is my live reaction. I have not seen this one yet. What a beautiful little Icelandic farmhouse. Like a little garage hanger. Dude, get the F word out of here. This is so cool. And I just thought of something ridiculous. I'll show you that in a second, but how insane is that? Let me do this. Can you say thumbnail? I think. Don't hold me to that, I might change it. This is so cool to me, dude. And anytime stairs work in 24, I get excited. That means you're harnessing the potential of 2024. Oh, we got a little bedroom up here. I remember taking that picture. Oh, that's PMDG. Heck yeah. I think, right? Oh, dude. I have my pause at top of descent on, so it's paused. I'll get back to that. And I'm running SLI on the PC's dual graphics cards. Why isn't that a thing anymore? Every time I look it up, they're like, you don't really need to anymore. I'm like, yes, you do. You can put two 3060s together. How could you not need that anyway? I think it's BS so they can sell more expensive cards. But they could sell twice the more expensive cards if they still had it. I don't know. But look at this place, man. Oh, I love this. So let's go down. And we've got the, over there. You can't see it. It's on the grass strip over there. We've got the analog turbocharged Bonanza with tip tanks. Looking mad beautiful, dog. But the thing I was talking about being ridiculous earlier is I don't know if it works in this view. I don't think it does. I think I have to be in the airplane, right? It's much easier when you are. Okay, but I was gonna say you can use Camp Out by Parallel 42 and set up a little campsite, cooking some s'mores, and then you got your house. Is that flight simulation? No. Is that fun having? Yes, it absolutely is. And just stuff like this is what I envisioned back when they were telling us all this different stuff. I'm just going to hop in. Telling us all this different stuff about Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. This is what I wanted to happen, and this is what happened. So, big shout out to Project Coastline. What a cool add-on. My video is just scratching the surface here of what is actually out there. But anyway, let's get this started up. I don't know if I remember how to do this. It's been a long time since I've done this from cold and dark. I know there's a fuel pump somewhere. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Bam.
Clear prop.
Did it work? It did not. I forgot something. I'm terrible at cold and dark starts today. I don't know what it is. What am I forgetting? Just think of how beautiful a little flight would have been. Come back, land, walk into your house. Project Coastline made that a possibility, and I love that for flight simulators. But again, I'll make future videos on different houses, different everything, because there's so many. This is just the 3 that I can jam pack into this long video already. So go check it out, man. $12.49 for 6 villas and a bunch of apartments. Oh, how insane. So yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. And by the way, before you go, I started a second channel for my enjoyment of, I'm going to spell this out because YouTube apparently thinks this is the worst word in the entire English language, but Cigars. If you spell that out, that's what my second channel's about. So if you're interested in that, I'll have that linked. It's called Budget Smokes. Same idea. Poor people enjoying cool stuff. So, God bless you. Thanks for watching. Please go check this out. If you're not going to buy it, that's fine. Whatever. But go look at it. Put it on your wish list. See if it goes on sale one day. I don't know. Keep it in the fold. Keep it in the notebook of your brain, because this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.